Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Stacy, and sorry for the awkward closeness that we are, but I'm not in my current setup. I am at a hotel sitting in front of a window trying to make sure I'm properly lit. Excuse you, I am making a video here. But yeah, so sorry if the angle is awkward and everything, but I gotta work with what I gotta work with. So today I want to do a movie review. I just watched the Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Ha, I got it right. I keep switching it. But I just watched that movie last night and I want to discuss it. Overall, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I want to say that up front. I enjoyed the movie, but there are a few things I took issue with. Not that I took issue with, but there are a few things I wish they would have done a little differently. But it is a good movie. If you are looking for strictly action, this is not the movie for you. This has got a lot of humor. I personally don't mind my action movies to have humor and comedy in it, but there are some people, they want an action movie to be action. They don't want really comedy in there. Like, it's okay if it's sprinkled, but they don't want like full-fledged comedy. And so if you're one of those people, this is not going to be the one for you because it has a healthy dose of humor in it. That being said, let's get into the technical parts. It is a PG-13 movie, meaning parental guidance for those under 13, because some material may not be suitable for those under 13. So again, you know your kid and what's suitable for them. There is violence, obviously, and some language. There's theatrical action sequences, and no, not again, because I hadn't told you yet. I told somebody else this. I haven't been up to date on the Fast and the Furious franchise. I haven't watched any since the third one, and it's not because I don't like the franchise or anything. It's just I haven't got around to watching all of them. There's a lot of them, you know. So about the third or the fourth one. Pretty sure the third one's the last one I've ever seen. So it very much could be the standard and the format for the franchise. Very much could be. I haven't kept up with it. But the action sequences are very fantastical. And what I mean by this is it's not reality based. Like, I personally, gotta switch hands here. I personally prefer a more reality-based action. And what I mean by that is if a character falls off a cliff, I expect they're either going to have some broken bones or they're going to be scuffed up and excuse you, hand, get out of the frame. And, you know, I expect some scuffs and bruises and things. I want to see that. Not that I want to see that, but I expect that to be a result, you know, because that's what you would expect would happen if you fell off a cliff. So I like that aspect, and I'm not saying I don't like the more CGI effects. They have their place and everything, and they're great, but it just kind of take you out of the reality of the storyline a little bit when you see a doom buggy like car riding up a building and crashing through a window, and then it's like 20 plus stories tall. And then there just happens to be another building, just so happens to be there, that he can safely land on, and they're unscathed. And then there's like a plane and a car crash and a cliff, and nobody's got broken bones. I mean, they're wounded a little bit. I mean, I understand it's PG-13, we can't be graphic, but I would like a little more reality-based, okay? But that being said, the CGI, the effects, all of it is fantastic. Like, in particular, there's one scene that, we're going to switch back now. There's one scene with Idris Elba where he's on this motorcycle. His motorcycle is very technological advanced. The whole movie is very technological advanced. Again, don't know if that's the format. You know, it progressively got better because back when I was watching, they were still in TVs and DVD players. So there you go. But there's this one scene where he has this motorcycle that interacts with his bodysuit that he has, and it shapeshifts and stuff, and there's these two 18-wheelers that are blocking their path, and the characters think they're getting away. They their car is short enough that they slide under the 18-wheelers. Well, Idris Elba's character does too. And it slides under there, and it starts morphing and switching, and his, like I said, his suit, like, is compatible with that bike, so he is able to just float essentially under with the bike and like easily get back on top of it. And oh, it is just so beautifully executed. Like, granted, that's not reality based, but it is so beautifully executed and shot and lovely. So I'm not dismissing those scenes. It's just, when you see scenes like that, it does kind of take you out of reality and back into, yeah, this is a movie. Not that we don't know it's a movie, but I hope you understand what I'm saying here. But all the fights, the physical combat fight sequences, amazing. Love them. The part where they're having to fight the guards to knock them unconscious to do the retinal scan, hilarious. Love it. With the Samoans having to fight the hand combat, that's great. The big bad showdown at the end, that's fantastic. You know, I appreciate all the different arts and everything, but I do have a more appreciation for the more physical, choreographed aspect. But the other thing that I had issue with is I thought the jokes were a little long, and not that the humor and the comedy and everything was awful in any instance. You know, it was very humorous, but I just felt they ran a little long. What it felt like to me is, if you've ever watched a gag reel in a comedy movie, and in the end, a lot of the directors let the characters improv, and improv means they just keep riffing and going on and on and on. And then that the director or whoever will take snippets of whatever they thought was the best lines, and that's what is left. And then, you know, of course, we see it in the gag reel, all the extras. And that's what it felt like to me, is they just used the improv reel. They didn't splice it. It just ran a little long. Like, I understand the characters don't like each other, they hate each other, there's tension, but after a certain point, it was like, okay, I get the point. I wish they just would have cut it a little sooner than they did. But again, that's just me, personal preference, okay? But yeah, that was the only two issues. Not issues, really. That was the only two things I saw. Again, sorry I've been moving the camera around like I have. But again, I love the movie. I give it a 7 out of 10 overall. Love Dwayne Johnson's humor. Love that we got to see more of Jason Statham's humor. We got a little bit of it in Spy. Loved him in that. So overall, love the movie. Give it a watch. Like this video if it was helpful. Comment down below what you thought. Did you think the comedy ran a little a little long? Do you think it should have been shortened, or did you think it was perfectly fine? Subscribe for more. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.